Hello, my fellow concerned friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for showing up and watching and supporting me every single time I post. It genuinely means the world to me. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Out of all of these other videos you could have clicked on, you chose mine, and I really appreciate that. I hope that you stick around and you get something beneficial from my content. And hey, if you do, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe because I make content like this all the time, unfortunately. And as always, don't forget to let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments because this is wild. It is a whole range of exploitation from infancy into elderhood, right? Today we are talking about the TikTok mom slash caregiver, Simply Sarah, and I have to just show you guys just a picture of her face because unfortunately she deleted her account before I was able to take a screenshot of her whole account like I often do. However, I did save multiple videos to use as examples and references before she deleted her account, and I'm really glad I did that because if you're not new here, you know I have a really hard time with like just saving something online but never actually like downloading it. So there have been so many missed videos because I have no evidence of the things that I am talking about. However, I do this time. And the reason that she deleted her account is simply because of the public's backlash and response to the content that she was posting. Things like using her elderly with dementia grandmother-in-law, by the way, grandmother-in-law, her like meltdowns as clickbait. And I want to say this before we get further into it. She is a registered nurse, was a registered nurse before she became a full-time stay-at-home mom and caregiver to her husband's grandmother, not her grandmother, her husband's grandmother. She was a registered nurse. Okay, so you would think to yourself, there could be no better person to care for this elderly woman with dementia than a former registered nurse, right? Like they're gonna give that woman the utmost care and respect and dignity that they deserve because they are going through something so terrifying as forgetting and not remembering an entire life that they worked so hard to build. And I just wanna say this. Dementia is genuinely my biggest fear. Like I have so much empathy and my heart breaks so much for those who go through dementia and Alzheimer's as well as the families associated. Like that's like genuinely my biggest fear. And being that I am bipolar gives me a greater risk. So I'm constantly like sitting in anger or like anxiety, not anger. I'm sitting in anxiety, constantly being like, oh, I really hope I don't forget all of this because to me, that just feels so devastating to have overcome so much and built a life that I love so much and I'm so proud of just to start slowly forgetting everything. These people deserve dignity and empathy and love and gentleness, but that is not what Simply Sarah gives her grandmother-in-law. It's also not what she gives her own children. In order to bring in extra income for their household, she is, I guess I should say she was, because she deleted her accounts, exploiting her children as well as her elderly grandmother-in-law with dementia because it's easy to watch, right? People love watching people struggle and the other half of people love watching kids do things that kids do. And what she would do to like intro all of her videos, like her hook on all of her videos, not all of them, but a lot of them, was just filming her grandmother-in-law like having a meltdown because she's confused. Is that not so gross? Is that not like one of the worst things that you could do to a vulnerable person who is not mentally capable enough to consent to being filmed and posted online? And like that includes her kids too. Like she's exploiting two different groups of people who both don't have the mental capacity to give informed consent to have their daily lives exploited for others' entertainment because let's be serious. She is very intentional with clipping the meltdowns at the very beginning because people want to see the conclusion. They want to see how did this happen? What built up to it? How did it end? So they're going to sit there and they're going to finish watching the whole video till they get to that part so that they can see the meltdown happen. It's entertaining to them. And she knows it. Now, I still don't agree with it because I don't agree with, like exploiting anybody who cannot give informed consent. And that does not include anybody who does not have the mental capacity to. And also, if somebody is giving you permission to like film and post them, then that's not really exploitation. So I guess that sentence didn't really make sense. But what I'm trying to say is I understand and I can appreciate accounts that do show like, elderly people struggling with dementia, Alzheimer's, or anything else because they want to show, the side that there can still be love and fun. Even if you have a family member going through this, even if you may go through this yourself, they like to show a lot of the highlights and reassure people that this is not, it's not, like, it could be worse, I guess, but like you can still make memories, you can still have love and joy. And although, like I said, like those people cannot really give informed consent to have all of these private, intimate moments in some of the last years of their lives broadcast, but that's sweet. For someone like me who is so scared of dementia, I do have to say I do appreciate seeing those videos because it shows me that I will still be loved. I can still be loved. The end of my life does not have to be stressful just because I'm having a hard time. That is not what she's doing. She is doing the opposite.
Let's go to the bathroom, okay?
Because she knows that that will garner more attention, more sympathy for her than showing the easy moments. And what happens in these videos between the opening hook and the actual full meltdown itself, you may be asking yourself? Exploitation of her kids and her everyday life. And it's so weird to me. I have been trying to, you guys know, like I talk about like, these kinds of like mommy vloggers and stuff a lot, and just people who upload their kids in general, whether they have a lot of followers or not. And I've been trying to like rack my brain and figure out, what is this like to me? Because it's got to be something. And I think what it is these people, like these parents who do this, genuinely just want to feel like reality TV stars. That's what it feels like to me. Like you're not actually sitting down and giving anything to the world. You're not offering anything like, like beneficial. Like you're not saying anything that's life-changing. You're not showing something that's really life-changing, like a hack or how to build something. You're not showing art. You're not sharing your thoughts and feelings, which could be life-changing to somebody. Guys, you have something so incredible about you that no one else has, and I can't tell you what that is. You've got to figure that out yourself. And once you nourish that, dude, you're going to give back so much. The world needs you. Whatever it is, the world needs you. But these people would much rather just film their everyday lives as if they're reality TV stars, offering nothing in return, just filming them going to the bathroom.
Let's go pee, okay?
Eating their breakfast, like
yesterday we did set up a few of the baby things. The swing. My husband put together her bassinet, a few other things. We got the car seat ready. We just didn't put it in yet. It just makes it feel so much more real. Breakfast. Some bacon. Okay. Good? Oh.
That's what it is. It's reality TV. They're trying to feel like a reality TV star because that's what we see on reality TV, right? It's just following around with a camera and watching your day-to-day life, except the difference is with reality TV, oftentimes there's like something going on that makes it more interesting. It makes you want to keep coming back to watch. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. I wonder what's going to happen in the next episode. I wonder what happened to them next. And you root for these characters and you become really attached to some characters and really detached from some characters, even though these are real life people and you don't really know them. That's what they want. They want to like create that, except they're not entertaining. You're boring. And that's not to say you just point blank period are boring. Like I said, I think everybody has something that they can share with the world, but you're not. You're not interesting enough for this. And not to mention, no child is interesting enough to be broadcast for entertainment purposes. And also, no elderly person is either. I can't even play you guys like the full lengths of these videos because they're incredibly boring. Sorry, I'm also a stay-at-home mom. It's boring, except to you, right? Nobody loves your kids more than you do. Nobody thinks your kids are as funny and smart as you do. Like, I think my kids are the most beautiful, smartest, talented kids in the world, but nobody is watching this content because they care about you slicing up an avocado or setting up your camera to open up your fridge door and say something to your kid. Nobody is watching it for that. They're all watching it to wait for those moments Like when you have the tripod set up outside of the bathroom door of your child and your child is in there with you and you're putting a child's toilet seat on. Oh, but then you close the door. That's what people are there waiting for. You weirdo. You freaking weirdo. And you know it. You know it. And then she goes on multiple times in multiple different videos where she is breastfeeding and showing it to the whole world, even sometimes putting stickers on those areas, bright stickers that say milk, which is literally directing more attention to the area that you're trying to pretend like is not there. Here's an idea. As a breastfeeding mom, as a mom who breastfed, take those pictures, take those videos. You only have, those memories for a short amount of time. It's a beautiful experience and bonding experience and blah, blah, blah. Why are you posting it? Especially when we know what we know now these days. Like, I understand, like, parents will sometimes post, or like moms specifically will post because they want to normalize breastfeeding, and we should. 100%. Absolutely. I am so tired of people trying to say breastfeeding your child is SA. It's not. Stop saying that. It genuinely is not. It just makes good parents feel really uncomfortable because of you. But again, that's not what she's doing. This isn't even like a normalize it, blah, blah, blah post, which again, like, showing your child actually doing it. What are you doing? It's not that. It's just casually talk with me while this is happening. Well, again, we know why people are watching this, and you also know why people are watching this. You can take a video while breastfeeding without even letting people be aware that you're doing that, like by holding the phone's camera at a different angle. Nobody would even know. You want people to know, though. You want people to see it. Because that's your clickbait. That's what people are coming for. Once again, they're not coming to see the in-between moments where you're picking up crumbs or you're putting a plate down. They're coming because you keep dropping these breadcrumbs of almost. And she doesn't just do that with the kids, like with the bathroom door situation or the videos of breastfeeding. She also does this with the grandmother.
I just sat there. No, you just got done eating breakfast. We're gonna take a quick bath, okay? I just got a shower. Everybody's getting freshened up today, so yeah, that's what we're doing.
Need a bath.
Okay.
Ask the lady.
Okay.
No dignity. She is giving this woman no dignity. And I didn't save this video, and I also wouldn't share it anyway. So, like, believe me or don't, I don't really care because I know what I saw and other people saw it too. Okay, so if you saw it too, defend me in the comments, all right? I'm not lying. She literally had a video, and I'm sure there was plenty others that I was watching where she was once again giving the grandmother a bath, and already, like, you set up your phone to film you washing this woman's hair. It's content to you. It's not a bonding experience. It's content to you. You're not there to care for her, to make her feel safe. You're there for content. That's what it is. But even worse than that, she had another video where she does the same thing. She also, once again, films her bathing this woman. But in this one, she literally filmed her undressing this woman. Yeah. And again, I wouldn't show it, but she filmed her husband's grandmother who has dementia undressing. And I think, if I can remember right, she was like in her bra at that point. For the entire world to see. For the whole world to see. And she doesn't know. I'm assuming she has no idea. Like, all she knows is she's in here. She's in this bathroom for a bath. She is having an argument with her granddaughter-in-law because she doesn't want a bath and doesn't understand fully what is happening or doesn't understand why it is important or why she needs one. She's throwing a tantrum. Like, all she's probably thinking is, I'm confused. Like, why do I need a bath? Why do I need to be clean? Maybe she doesn't understand that she hasn't had a bath in a long time. Maybe she doesn't understand that, being dirty is bad or whatever it may be. Maybe she just doesn't want to get in the bath because the sensory feeling of it all. Maybe it's because she doesn't want to be in a vulnerable state and she's internally like really wishing that she had that independence and she could just do this on her own. She doesn't want to get undressed in front of you. Not to mention, she probably doesn't want to be filmed, all of this to be filmed, posted on social media, her having a meltdown, a tantrum, because she's having a hard time with this. And then her getting undressed. Like, I don't think that if she could, she would consent to that. And how dare you? Like, shame on you for even doing it in the first place. My husband used to work in a nursing home, specifically like at night, like night shift. So he has been around so many elderly people. He's been with them sometimes when they were taking their last breath and they had no family surrounding them. And I showed my husband her account and he was like so heartbroken. Like his jaw was on the floor. He couldn't understand that, especially when I told him that she was an RN. He was even more taken aback because especially whenever you know the medical field, whenever you see this every single day firsthand, we're not even talking about somebody who like has no experience with dementia and like maybe is like getting overwhelmed or frustrated still, regardless, the filming and posting it though. But he was floored. How can you know so much about diseases like this and have so little compassion or empathy? What if that was you? What about if you get dementia and your grandkids are responsible for taking care of you? Would you want to be filmed getting undressed and having a hard time eating or taking a shower or leaving or anything else when those are all normal things, part of dementia, unfortunately? Would you want that broadcast to the entire world just so you can get sympathy? You're such a good person for caring for her. She's obviously in such good hands. You're always so calm and gentle with her. That's all we see. We don't know that, because she's really good at setting up a camera and filming her little reality TV show. And we all know that an aspect of reality TV is sometimes acting. And now I'm not accusing her of doing any direct harm or anything like this, but this is harmful. You're meant to give her care and dignity and respect, and instead you are exploiting her very poor mental state. What if that was you? I swear it is like some people in their minds think that if somebody does not have the cognitive ability to make decisions for themselves, if I'm caring for them, I can make decisions for them. They're no longer really a person. They're something I have to take care of. Therefore, in a way, I own them. They are my property. I can present them how I want. I can do with them what I want, because what else is going to happen? I mean, if I don't take care of them, who else is going to take care of them? At this point, I think that she would be in much better care with anybody else. I could not imagine going through that and like, I guess she won't find out, but like having my worst moments in my life be broadcast as clickbait for my grandchild who's supposed to be taking care of me. Simply Sarah's entire account was quite literally nothing but exploiting vulnerable people for her own gain. Financially, as well as praise. She's getting praise. Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine being a mom and also being pregnant and or postpartum and caring for someone with dementia. Oh my goodness, and your house is so tidy. You're always making food. It's all for the praise, attention, and obviously financial gain. The more views, the more money you get on TikTok. And so I am really, really glad that people spoke up and advocated for this woman, as well as this mom's kids who are being filmed in private, intimate moments of their lives every single day. Like, they are thinking in their head, I'm just living my life being a kid. If they even notice the camera, they're thinking mom's taking memories, pictures and videos from memories. But no, it's being sold. When you're posting something for money, in a way, you're selling that content, right? I mean, you're making money off of your children, and you're making money off of your children. You're selling content of your kids, being kids, eating breakfast, feeding. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. I would never have guessed that I would ever in my YouTube career be making a video about one person who is exploiting on both ends of the spectrum, the most vulnerable in our society. Like, that is crazy. Like, how airheaded do you have to be? How self-centered and self-absorbed do you have to be to view those around you who cannot think the same way you do as less than and essentially your property to make money? Absolutely deplorable and sickening, and I am so proud of everybody who was so loud and vocal to the point that she deleted her account, or maybe it got banned. I don't know what happened, but it's not there anymore. Now, I will say this though, I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to come back. don't be surprised if she makes another account and is like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to do things differently. I had nothing but the best intentions and I love my grandmother-in-law. And I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that she doesn't love her grandmother-in-law. It doesn't seem like she hates her or is highly annoyed with her or anything outside of what would be expected in a situation like that. But it doesn't change the fact that you did that. Like, you took the most vulnerable and intense moments that this struggling woman was going through and broadcasted it and intentionally clipped it to be the hook for all of your videos so that people would be more enticed to then watch. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back online and is like, I'm back. I'm sorry. I won't post my grandmother-in-law anymore, or more likely than not, she'll probably say like that anymore. I'm more cautious. I'll be more cautious about the content that I post, but let's be honest, like, she doesn't actually care. She won't actually move on from it. She hasn't actually learned a lesson. It'll just be a quick fix to be able to continue doing what she's doing without getting as much hate, because people like this cannot conceptualize that other people are not content. They're not money makers, especially when they cannot even give informed consent. Like, unfortunately, I will never not have a job because people don't ever learn. People don't care. And it's the strangest phenomenon to me how there are genuinely so many people who do not humanize their fellow humans. Like, I know that they're there. I grew up with them. We see them on this channel all the time, but it does not make sense to me. And sometimes I feel so hopeless. Like, what is even the point? Because these people keep coming back and they don't care and they never change. And then it keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. But I am so proud of everyone being so vocal and not letting that slide. And that tells me that the tides are turning. At least more people are speaking up. And the more people that speak up and talk about how these things are exploitative, eventually someday we might find a solution. We might be able to put a greater stop to people exploiting vulnerable people who cannot give consent nor really understand what is going on at all. I really hope that we get to that point in our society. And I believe we will. I just smallly believe we will, because I get so frustrated, but I believe we will eventually get to a point where vulnerable people are protected from exploitation just to line the pockets of the people who are supposed to be caring for them. But that is all I have for you guys today. That is, or was, Simply Sarah. Absolutely despicable and deplorable. And I know so many of you guys at home probably have family who have struggled with dementia or any other, mental illness or disease that comes with aging. And I know that there are going to be so many of you who are thinking to yourself, if only I had more time with that family member, you would have never treated them that way. You would have never exploited them that way. And I'm really sorry if this was hard to watch and listen to for you. My heart breaks. No one deserves to be treated like that ever. No one deserves to be exploited like that ever, especially at just such vulnerable places like being a child or being an elderly person with dementia. Absolutely heartbreaking and absolutely deplorable. I hope that she learns a lesson, although doubtful, but that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm excited to see your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one.